Hello everyone, I'm going to be starting out today with the Badger, since I haven't had any time to play since the 9.21 update went live yesterday, but hopefully everyone's having a good morning so far. Or a good day if, you know, you're across the other side of the world here. Very least it looks like the matchmaking might have gotten a little bit more normal. I was seeing a ton of people post screenshots of like matches of like 10 of these tanks on both sides, but yeah, I kind of get it. It's a very good tank, and you know, being a new tier 10, everyone kind of wants to try it. Today though, like usual, I'm going to be doing mainly tank requests. I'm going to be mixing in a couple grinds here or there, but otherwise, you know, feel free to request away. I'm going to head north. As you might have seen so far, if you played yesterday, the Badger, it's got pretty good frontal armor. There's not really any, you know, like viable weak spots for low tiers, essentially. Like some tier 8s of low pen, or if you're like in a tier 9 with mainly a medium or a light tank, it can be a little bit difficult to pen it from the front. I am yesterday I was able to get done a few things as far as like the website and stuff goes. You might have seen the video I put up. If you don't like putting emblems on your tank, you might as well sell them all. Like I made, in the end of the day, like 5.5 million credits in about 20 minutes. More or less, I'm going to be working on, I'm going to make like a little weak spot guide when it comes to the Badger and Klondike map strategy, but first I'm kind of working on updating my which tank line is right for you guide. I got 2 nations done yesterday. Hopefully I can squeak out a couple more today. Hello Holy Cow, nice to see you. And Labobo, Floyd, and Victor. It'd be very nice if we let them push on us, but might be out of the equation. Got enough left and right gun movement, excuse me, to hopefully angle here, but I should go over to where the T-32 is. I'm just afraid that I'll get hit more so by Artie, which that WZ hit me right in the lower plate, which is what I was trying to avoid. In situations like this though, where you can't exactly overwhelm them with your DPM, this is where, you know, the Badger definitely isn't unbalanced. It's just, luckily I could squeak that in. It's just, yeah, there's that T-92 finishing off the 32. Oh lord, here comes a Badger of their own. Our south, it's starting to look a little bit iffy. Getting very, very close to where I can hit them. I'm about to honestly turn south, but once I do this, they'll have a pretty easy path, I feel like, to push up here. But I guess at this point they're not gonna push on us. I'm gonna head this way, but at this point we're down by 4 tanks, so it's gonna be tough to make a comeback here. Which this morning Wargaming posted up like it's a holiday ops guide. It's on the main portal. Tomorrow, I believe, the holiday event's going live. So more or less, you're going to be able to, like last year, earn stuff to decorate your garage. There's more things to decorate. With it, you get essentially discounts on tanks. I think it's just tied to one tank. Like it starts at 80% at tier 3, and it goes down every tier up to tier 10 down to 30%. Depending on how much you play. What else? The T28 got a buff. I forgot about that. You're also going to be, I believe, getting like static boosts when it comes to each battle, based off of how many like decorations and stuff you have in garage. I didn't have a ton of time, honestly, to look at it. I'm running a little late here. Holy crap, that just soaked up an HE shell. That's all I'm trying to do, is get one little reset on that guy, just to make it a little bit. Nah, I'm just gonna swap back to HE now. Thank you, Artie. Yeah, I was running a little bit late today. Like I literally just set up before the stream. I got up like almost an hour ago, but a little bit later than I typically do on a morning stream. Alright, our north is still fine. Yeah. Do not regret pushing out a little bit more, but that M46 shouldn't have great shots on me. I hope, at least. I've got to, unfortunately, I've got to push out. I would like to, you know, shoot the tanks on my left, but if we don't got no time to reset here. Holy crap. How the hell did that do 0 damage? I've got no words when it comes to that. Yeah, I've got a Shrev S1 behind me. This is no bueno. And I'm tracked. Oh crap. Yep, he's gonna be able to cap out. And I'm dead. Oh well. Kudos to that guy to actually turn around to flank me, but yeah. Unfortunately, not much I could have done in that situation that I got myself in. Hello, nice guy. And Dean. Hello again, Labobo and Leonard. Oh, I can't spell. There we go. Yeah, usually I give myself like a, you know, at least like 45 minutes to set up the stream. I had about maybe like 20 today. As far as damage goes, top damage, this thing just spews out damage. You know, really the strengths of it is frontal armor outside the lower plate is pretty much immune to most shots unless you're getting hit by tier 10 heat rounds, specifically tier 10 TDs. But you know, a pretty accurate fast firing gun with a ton of DPM. But if you flank it or, you know, get it out of like an entrenched position, excuse me, it can be a little bit difficult to play. But let's hop into a Luke's here, the first request. Yeah, I'm still kind of waking up here. I was up a little later than usual last night. Hello, William. It's pretty cold over here as well. It's like actually it's got a little bit of snow last night too. It's like 26, 28 degrees Fahrenheit, of course. So a little bit chilly. That's where I was just outside. I'm still kind of warming back up. I was outside with Levi, taking him for a walk, kind of like rushing him. He was not too happy. Alright, so we have Luke's here, bottom tier. At least I have somewhat of a good map for a light tank. See how this goes, which this Sunday coming up, I'm still going to be streaming at night. I might have to just push the stream back maybe about like an hour and a half maybe, so it's not going to start at 8. I'm still figuring that out. Ryan and I just have somewhere to go, like a family event for the holidays, so I don't want to, you know, be like rushing, rushing out the door to get back here. If I can just move it back like an hour or so. It's lonely over there, Joe Biden. Looking on Amazon for this? Good luck. This is one of a kind. I'll say it's like a straw hat that Ryan and I bought. Kind of is like a blank canvas. And, oh lord, why did you have to turn again? I was going to be able to get a shot on him before he's basically fully aimed in. Don't know if he's still there, but yep, he still is. Sorry, I forgot to. Thanks for telling me about that. I always try to put the sponsor board up in the beginning, but yes, thanks for telling me. I forgot to minimize that midway through that battle. Our most recent addition is Labobo and PZ7, since he won a challenge last stream. Like I said, I'm a little bit behind today. I'll admit it. I should have definitely got up a little bit earlier than I did this morning. Kind of strange, you know, coming from, like, I get up at like 4 a.m. and stuff when I work, but now that, you know, I've had a couple days off here finally, it's completely different. Think I'll be okay. I just can't spot. I was kind of hoping the Chaffee was gonna spot. What do you mean, Dean? My notifications? That probably was, unfortunately, I messed up setting the time for the start time. Sorry about that. Sometimes it happens like almost every single stream. I typically have to stay around for like an extra 15-20 minutes. So how I basically set a stream time, it's like a little drop down menu on my kind of dashboard for live streaming here. And you know, you scroll down, you pick the day, and you pick the time, like a little drop down thing. Since everything YouTube is specifically done in Pacific Standard Time, it basically converts like on the fly over to Eastern Standard Time. He knocked out my engine. Yep, I'm a goner. That was just bad luck there. He knocked out my engine and my track. I was screwed. But we should win this. I could have done a little bit better at, yeah, not getting stuck out there, but oh well. So what usually happens is I'll set the time and it'll be like 3 hours off, but sometimes, like I usually adjust for that so it automatically picks the right one after it changes. I'm surprised they, you know, they don't have a better system, but sometimes it's like 12, 15, you know, it's just some random amount of hours because what you're actually picking isn't actually the time that is your time zone. It's quirky. So, you know, I ended up setting it 5 hours early by mistake and not catching it. Alright, so Leopard 1 here for the next request up. Well, sorry about that. But yeah, usually, you know, I catch it in time before kind of closing everything down here for the stream. But yeah, I missed it. The one for the Total War. I wish, you know, I wish they would just create something. Like there's an app. It's on Twitch. It's not through Twitch. It's through Streamlabs. I'm able to basically type in my schedule on Streamlabs and it'll just show it on my page over there beneath the video. Unfortunately, I can't embed it over here on YouTube gaming yet. You know, they're working on redesigning like the whole video description and like the main live stream page for YouTube gaming, but you know, it's definitely not coming anytime like immediately. Made the right choice to turn back. I'm still gonna get a hit on him. Definitely made the right choice not to keep pushing. Yeah, now I understand it's a little hard to watch sometimes in different time zones. That's why I try my best, you know, streaming either very late for me or a little bit early here. I could technically start streaming at like 6 a.m. my time, but I don't know how well that would work for everyone, including myself sometimes. I was about to say, it looked like they weren't going to push anymore. I can get one cheap shot off here, and I'm going to take another... Okay, never mind. That T10, there's a little bit of a rubble pile there, so it doesn't make sense for me to push on him. Doesn't make sense for me to fight a Malshin or a Grol 15 as well. I'm actually going to go all the way back because they did not catch this WZ132A. Oh, he stopped. Let's say I wouldn't really get any better shots, and they finally got him good. But I'll have to make sure, you know, that I don't mess the times up again. Since I'm finally glad that, you know, notifications for YouTube, sometimes they're a little wonky with people don't receive them sometimes, because setting them up to receive, you know, say like live streams can be a little bit unuser friendly. Like you have to go into your notification settings and actually click it off sometimes. I know I'm using heat here, but hell, he's in a mouse and I don't feel that bad. Where I don't want people getting notifications, you know, if I'm not live. Because I switched them over recently to do it once I go live. I used to have it to where sometimes it would do it like an hour early, stuff like that, but making small little changes here now that I have a little bit of time on my hands. I say you would have been better off staying a little bit further back. This Grol 15, he might be aiming at me. I can take a hit though. He got himself a little bit far as well. We're still tied. It looks like we're in really good spot here as a team, but you know, technically now we're only up by 1. It's just right now our team, we don't know where all their arties are, which, you know, it could still swing in their favor, but fortunately for us, we still have all standard tanks left. Doesn't mean that we're gonna, you know, pull out a win, but oh lord. Thank you, T95. Could get the next shot. Ah crap, the Grol 15 got me. That was my bad. I thought I was gonna get back in time. Trying to be a little bit too risky there. I might actually get RD'd here in the grand scheme of things. Try to just stay up this way. Nope, T30 got me. Awesome. Thank you so much, dude. Hello, Gone with the Sins. Nice to see you. Everything's going well. Hopefully, you're doing well yourself. I know it's not the T30's fault for doing that, but it happens. As long as we win this, I don't care. really need to worry about that guy. It's like Arties, they're dangerous, but you know, they're not going to be as dangerous as a Bat Chat tier 9 one. Hello, Tommy Gun, Leaf, and Almog, and also Abdul. Nice to see you guys. Am I taking a break over Christmas? So, the way I have the schedule set up here, the only changes I should have to do here, this Sunday, I'm going to be pushing the stream back just maybe an hour and a half for start time. So, think 9 p.m. my time or 9:30 instead of 8. And then the following week, so Christmas weekend basically here, Christmas Eve, Sunday, I think Christmas is on Monday if I'm not mistaken. So I'll be not streaming that Sunday, but the rest of the schedule, you know, will be the same. I'll probably, to keep things, you know, still the same amount of streaming time a week, I'll just stream on Saturday that weekend instead of Sunday. So the day before Christmas Eve instead of, you know, on Christmas Eve. So not too many changes there. Yeah, I kind of set up the schedule a little bit to work with that. Which got a Mastery Badge 3rd class and also a High Caliber Award. Thank God we didn't lose that. Which, thank you very much, William, for the gift shop package here. It means a lot. Thank you very much. Hello, Dylan. Nice to see you. Let me, before I forget, let's credit you, Levi Biscuits, and sometimes gifts are a little bit hard for me to track because Wargaming deletes everything. When you receive a gift from someone, after you get that first email, because it doesn't show you who gives it to you in the email until you click through. After you accept it, it completely disappears from the website. I think that's kind of bad on their part. But thank you very much, William, for the congrats and everything. I hope you know, and your family have a very good holiday season coming up here. And everyone, for that matter. You know, this is my favorite time of year as far as the holidays, so hopefully everyone else has a pretty good time here. Let me hop into the IS-7. Which the credits are going to come in handy with all the... I'm kind of amassing credits right now. I'm up to, after selling all the emblems and now William's generous package here. Gift shop package, let me clarify that. I'm up to 30 million, but once this holiday event starts, I'm probably gonna go from 280 tanks here. I'll probably break 300 tanks with all the specials that are going to be going on. Hello, poser. Maybe that's why I'm a little bit wonky here this morning. My brain's being sucked out. Hello, Dingo. Nice to see you. Well, I'm glad you're able to, you know, kind of watch, since, you know, sometimes it's a little hard watching, you know, say me in the US and you over in Korea. Hopefully everything, you know, over there stays as safe as it can. I know it was, like, I like keeping up with, like, world news, but hopefully everything takes a break for the holidays here for everyone over there. Alright, so IS-7, Tier 10 only, unfortunately. It's just, given this spawn, I'd rather be on the north. Almost every single tank, I would say, works better in the north than the south here. Just the IS-7, even though they did give it, why'd you have to go that close to me? Only because it's still a little bit slow, to where I wouldn't be able to get up here in time, because they have an easier time pushing this side. I can't really push the center. It performs very poorly in like soft ground. So I'm kind of stuck going here in the beginning. I'm kind of duking it out, but I don't think they're going to send any tanks up there. Like right now they have an IS-7 and a Kronwagen, but I don't think they're going to actually push that way. I think they're going to do the standard, our team kind of sits here and they completely get the rest of the map, but we'll see how it works out. We're lost out of 140, unfortunately. The KV-85, I can play it. I don't know what gun I have on it though, but that's what I'll be going with here. I try not to, you know, change any modules and stuff around, just because it can get, you know, not confusing, but if I do it, you know, for one person and one tank, I'd have to do it, you know, for other people and other tanks, as far as how I'm concerned here. He actually looks like he has the small gun on him. Crap, he actually gave me a shot there for a second. Trying to stay a little bit close here so I don't get hit from a distance. I had to switch to APCR. That was a bad shot. I should have waited it longer. It's one thing, the IS-7's premium round is it's a smidge low. It's not necessarily bad, but it's not like some tanks where you can just frickin' force your way through pretty much any armor. I'm kind of surprised, Master Pupil over there, believe it or not, Ryan actually taught him a couple years ago when she was filling in as a long-term sub. But he's a pretty damn good player. He was I believe it's the same Master Pupil, unless, you know, there's a username change. He actually was part of the esports team that went to, what is it, wherever Wargaming held like the grand finals 2 years ago. And they won the NA esports league. I've got the ramming perk here, so that worked out for me. But unfortunately, wasn't his match here. Hello, Heinrich. Nice to see you. Okay, I need to get that Super Conqueror out. Ah, no damage. It would unnerve them. From what I know about North Korea, they like some funky things. They might really like this hat. But yeah, honestly, I'd love to be able to go someday over to like Asia just to travel. Fortunately for Ryan and I, we're still a few years off as far as like either financially or just time-wise having enough time to go. I got myself a little bit too far out there. Just right now I'm being hit from that specific area, that 140. He's kind of in an elevated position. Alright, let me help just in case I missed. Crap, that's not good. Not good. Sorry, T-57. As I would say, I should have taken more time. He's still alive though. Now he's not though. Crap, and there's a frickin' badger coming at me. As I should have taken more time to actually aim in there. Hello, Keo. Kane, nice to see you. Yeah, I missed my shot. Yep, he's got a repair kit. Why wouldn't he have a repair kit ready? I'm probably going to be the one to blade it here, take my last shot, get a little bit of damage. Hopefully we can finish them off. We're only up by 2 tanks. You know, one of them has 60 HP, so gonna be a little bit iffy. But best of luck to them. I only did 2,400 damage, but I got myself a little bit exposed going through the center there. AB85, I got a Chaffee, and a Luke's. I was saying, Luke's is very popular today. I've got another match coming up in it right now, actually, but I added it onto the list again. Since that's 3 requests so far for it. Again, you know, the way I play tanks, right now I do have the 3 centimeter on it. I don't change my modules or anything on tanks. Favorite Asian dish? That's hard. Like, over here, like, the only Asian stuff I have, like, that I eat around here is, like, we have sushi restaurants and, like, the typical, like, hibachi, but that's not really true, like, Asian food. I don't exactly know the name, but, what is it? I forget the name of it. It's like a Thailand area where it's kind of like a brothy soup with like some noodles, and you add veggies and meat and stuff in it. I think they actually eat it for breakfast. The name's just escaping me though. Hello Englewood, nice to see you over on Twitch. Otherwise, like I'm a sucker for like ramen type noodles. You know, like say like really not teriyaki, but like beefy and like really like a lot of soy sauce, since teriyaki's a little sweeter. I can add a WZ111 on, sure thing. But my problem is I pretty much like anything. When it comes to Asian food though, at least over here, they put a ton of water chestnuts and everything. I don't really like the texture of them, but everything else I'm a-okay with. I'll remember that, William. Thank you very much for the offer. Our main problem is, you know, right now, you know, with both of our jobs, like I'm super busy in the summer, and she's, you know, super busy in the fall, spring. I can't keep firing on him because he's right next to him. He's gonna die anyway. So we're kind of like, we're opposite schedules as far as like having time off. So it's a little bit difficult for us. Like our families, mainly mine, like go on vacation every year, and we're actually not able to go with them, just given, you know, the different the schedules, mainly for Ryan. But you know, I don't want to just up and ditch her and Levi for you know, like a week or two. I don't think that would go over very well, nor would I want to. I would feel bad for the dog mainly. She knows that too. Yes, there you go, Foe. That is the name. You know, it was escaping me as far as the name of it. Yeah, I was gonna say my shells probably can't go that far, but I tried it anyway. Mainly because I was afraid to jump off and flip myself over. Hey, little dog, he's like kicking himself in the face. We just gave him a bath yesterday, so he's a little dried out and itchy here. Hopefully we get a nice Christmas present and figure out what he is allergic to here. Because it's either coming this week or just after Christmas. Hey, I'm not too keen on pushing on this guy. These two guys pop down, so I'll go this way, because I'm not able to push up on him. He'll take a shot on me before I'm able to hit him. Yeah, luckily, at the very least now, though, we kind of have, like, the same work times. Like, next year, for the restaurant, I am having to pick up, like, not middle of the season, hopefully, but we are, doing a little bit more off-season stuff to where I might be working a couple dinner shifts, just because, you know, it's so slow to where it, you know, my brother and I kind of have to do it together, since we don't, you know, we get paid just a flat rate. Alright, M5 Stewart. I don't think he's flipped over. Usually he would be yelling for help, but I would very much, and unfortunately the Jackson got him. I think I'm gonna be next up here, because Jackson's not gonna have anybody else. This is it to Jackson or to Luke's first. It's gonna be Luke's. At least I got him, but the Jackson, he's definitely gonna get me, and he can one-shot me. I at least got a little bit of damage off here, but unfortunately for me, you know, our team was just a little bit too spread out there at the end, but I got myself in a spot I couldn't, get myself out of. Alright, the 110, AMX 55 B, sure thing. Alright, so Levi has a pick here. I think Levi wants to see me in a grind tank, so I'll hop into the KV4 just to switch it up a little bit. Small tank, large tank. Hello, Russian dude. My next live stream is going to be tomorrow, starting at 8 p.m. EST time. Which gun on the T28 medium? Oh, I don't know the specific millimeter, but I'm pretty sure it has a 57 millimeter. I don't think, I'll look at it after this battle. Hopefully I remember. I think it has a choice between a more accurate high rate of fire gun or a high alpha gun. I think the high rate of fire gun is the better option, but I'll have to take a look at that. Hello, Carol. Nice to see you. Well, you gotta, you know, even if you're living somewhere else, you gotta eat a little bit of home, you know, homey food every now and then. I'm gonna head up here just because I think we're gonna be pretty weak on this flank. I don't necessarily want to go here in a KV4, but expecting like a Tiger 1, IKV 90, and an IS to stop potentially, like, you know, tier 9s and stuff is definitely not looking far in the future here. Thanks for tipping Levi and a challenge here, William. And I will, Victor. Thank you very much, preemptively. Okay, it does have the 57, like Leith said. I would definitely go with that one. But, you know, really with any tank that has two different top guns, comes down to how you're playing it. Like, doesn't hurt to switch back and forth and try it for like a battle or two, but yes, the 57 for the T28 is the first thing that came to mind when you said that. Alright, there is a prototype. He's going to be coming into view here. Ooh, he stopped right there. Holy crap. I think his ammo racked him. Oh, I got so... Oh, that's not even luck. That was skill. I hate to say that word and sound smug, but that was, you know, actually looking at the mini-map and pulling off a shot that otherwise I shouldn't have been able to get. Thank you very much, Bill. I feel bad for that prototype, but I don't feel that bad for the prototype. I deserve that. Alright, so T55A, if he's not throwing heat, I should be able to bounce him. And other than that, we have an AMX M445. He should be pretty easy to deal with here. Gonna take a pot shot there. Not that I have a high chance to pen him. There's no arty, so I'm pretty much just fighting whatever tanks are in front of me here. But once I kind of get a little bit past him, I'll be somewhat safe. He's still aiming at me, so I'm gonna take him out there. That guy was probably a little bit upset. Somebody else hit him before me though, because I did like 938 damage or something to him, but I was probably the only one to fire on him when he was invisible. Yes, I am. I'm gonna save that one because that was a pretty sweet shot. Question is T55A using heat? And he's not, at least for that shot. But this guy is my, yep, 726 AP shell. Awesome. And I guess got double tracked. I don't think I'm gonna make it out of this now, so we'll see. I just don't have the most experienced crew here when it comes to repair. Yeah, that is probably one of my better shots in a while. He swapped to APCR. You're lame. Well, I don't blame him, but he was throwing HE at my cupola. He could pen it with standard rounds. Alright. Think my team's not pushing here anymore, so I can't push, and inevitably they're gonna kill me if I sit there. So I'm hoping moving a little bit over here will get them to poke out a little bit, but it could backfire. I'm not able to push over here either, so really just I was trying to get a little sneaky shot. Yep, here they come. Hopefully I bounced. Awesome for them. Up. Nope. ISU got that guy out. I'm a bit of a pickle here now. At least he rammed me. That caused 313, I think, damage to him. But yeah. Unfortunately, that kind of backfired where, like, I got them to pull out here. They're inevitably going to push on me anyway. But they took out one of the two guys, and then, yeah, it kind of all fell apart there. Still pretty good match, you know, 3,100 damage. Hello, Randall, and Fix-It Man, nice to see you guys. But, kind of a lackluster ending. Hopefully, we can win this, so let me just, I'm gonna clip out the shot of the day here before moving on. I don't need I don't need the end battle screen. Otherwise it wasn't. Or hell, I'll wait for the end of the match here just because I have to do a couple things before moving on. Which tank would you like, William, for the challenge? I don't know if I missed that or not. Assuming it's a specific American tank, but okay, never mind, I see it now, the M48A5. That's the tank I thought it was gonna be. Here you go, little buddy. You can find the treats over there. He's like looking at me like, where'd you throw it? Thank you very much for tipping Levi. But I'll do the M48 challenge up next here. Looking, so far it's looking kind of good. We just got one on the cap and they're all coming back to the base, so it's gonna be a little bit iffy if they push in hard here. But thank you very much, Victor, for the gift shop package as well. It's definitely gonna help out fill up my garage here with tanks very shortly here. I'm just waiting to see like the, you know, specific sales that are, they should be starting tomorrow. Go, almost all set up here to get to the next battle. He looks so pathetic back there. I think he's, honestly, he's still getting over Levi, his bath we gave him late last night. New Jersey Pizza Hat? Well, the creativity is, it's Ryan. Honestly, she's the one who made this. Like, I kind of had the idea and picked out like the stuff for what I wanted it to look like, but she's the one that actually made all this. So that would be up her alley, which Mastery Badge first class here. Almost the most amount of damage on my team, but the T-54 lightweight did a nice job, and the Ag Tiger ISU as well. But all in all, pretty good fight there. With, you know, that pretty awesome shot as well. But that was why I was kind of waiting to a first class to let me add this to the shop before I get to the M48A5 challenge up next. And then after that I have the T1 heavy tank. Okay, so M48A5 I've got to do it's a standard challenge, 1.5 times the HP total. Oh lord, there it is. I'm like, I know it's here. I know it doesn't have the crow in it, which is why I was kind of lost there for a second. But thank you very much again for the gift shop package, Victor. Now that now that I have a little bit more time here, I'm able to get these stream clips up on a somewhat timely basis as well. Thank you very much, Floyd. But you'll be seeing that again sometime soon here. Thank you, Dean, for letting me know about that. Yeah, as far as I thought I updated that, but I was doing like 2 or 3 videos at one time. I probably forgot to switch over the description here. Thanks for letting me know. Like I was saying earlier about setting the streaming times, I really wish that they had a better system for things, because right now it's called like the Stream Now. The page I use is called Stream Now over on YouTube here. It's just, you know, it's a little bit, you know, it's not like typical YouTube and Google stuff that's pretty like refined. You know, it's hard to use sometimes, but at least they opened up. It was about like a week and a half ago. So like on the back end here, they call it like your YouTube studio page, and they opened up a beta for their kind of updated version of it, adding more features in. I tried it out. It was alright. It does make some things easier, but currently the only thing that they don't have in the new kind of a studio layout, what they're switching to probably next year, is live streaming. They have everything but live streaming in there right now, since it's just a beta. So I can't use it. But this is a little frustrating. But a little mistake here or there isn't gonna hurt anything too much. But thank you very much for letting me know. I just switched it. I can switch things very fast here. You know, whether it's YouTube, I have everything up for YouTube. Twitch, it takes me a little bit more time because I need to open up all the correct pages for Twitch. I just have the chat up right now. But switching things on the fly is pretty easy to do for live streams. Alright, our problem here is we actually... That 263 might be on his own for now. Like, we're not able... The two Badgers, the 263 can pen from the front, but I've got to chuck heat at him. And even that isn't a, you know, a surefire penning chance. Just where there's no arty and, you know, freaking over half the teams are TDs on a map that's, you know, all brawling. So we're at a pretty huge disadvantage down here because I'd like to push on this Badger, but like get over here. It's just, I think if I bait him out, I'm not entirely sure my team's actually going to come and help me in time, which is the sad part. But yeah, like even heat shells here, it's just praying basically that I actually hit him in the right spot. But the thing's got no real weak spots outside the lower plate. Hello, mass destruction. Yeah. I'm hopefully not going to regret this, but we'll see. They're definitely getting pure heat thrown at them, because outside the E4 I don't need heat for him, but the Badger's frontal light, you know, I'd be putting myself in a crappy spot if I didn't use it, which, holy crap. I didn't think that they pulled back enough to let them push up like that, but hell, they did. Here goes nothing. I hope this other Badger is not behind them, but it's make it or break it here now. He's probably gonna die. Holy crap, our Bat Chat's freaking... He has 30 seconds left. Lord, I got him out. Finally. There we go. Well, if this was what takes someone to kill a Badger, I'm gonna let him shoot me. Nope, never mind. I'd say I don't care if he shoots me here. I've got the HP. If that's what it takes to kill a Badger, I guess that's what we gotta do. You know, 3 of us. But it's the other one. If that guy didn't push over there, they probably would have had us. I am very surprised that their one Badger pushed all the way to the other side of the map. Like, the thing's... It's not fast, but it's not slow. It's pretty mobile as far as, like, you know, it feels faster than the actual raw speed of it. But I'm still surprised he decided to push literally across the whole map. Which, at this point, it doesn't matter who I shoot, because even though the E100's AFK, you know, we have such a huge lead that it doesn't matter. Probably gonna end up, yep, taking one more. Not even gonna bother, you know. If I use heat there, it would have been a better choice. Uh-oh. Go. But pretty decent match. 3k damage. I had to I had to get to, you know, 1.5 times the HP total with William's challenge here, since he purses a regular challenge guru. Getting cotton mouth here. So I had to get to 3,000 in damage, block, and assist, which just barely got under that in actual damage. But fortunately, at least for me, I just barely inched over it with assist damage. I got a very small amount of assist there. I don't know on what tank, but you know, even though 1.5 times doesn't seem like a lot, you know, I just barely inched over there, and that was a pretty good game for the matchup that I had there against basically 3 TDs on our side, plus no RD support. And fortunately, our 263, I guess he chose the right time to push. I probably would have waited a few more seconds, but you know, it worked out there in the end. Thank you for the challenge again, though. That was I always like playing the M48A5. The Badger quota, you know, since I didn't play yesterday, I haven't hit it yet, but I'm sure a lot of people are sick and tired of them. Yes, that, you know, was a pretty good fight there, Will. M48, though, it's really hard to get like first classes, aces, and stuff like that. You know, you almost have to hit, you know, like 5,000-6,000, which I haven't gotten a good look at the T28 yet, but oh, that thing from, you know, the first battle. And that thing has a lot better armor now. So, ooh, there we go. T1 heavy. I'm like, where is it at? I see the M6. Hello, GG. Nice to see you. I don't think if the hat was actually made out of pizza, I don't think it would last long. Especially, I kind of like pizza, but I don't like the I don't like normal pizza, honestly. Like normal by like just plain cheese and stuff. I'm not a fan of that. So let me start a raffle here. Winner gets 700 Levi biscuits. It's cold weather. I'm not like sick, but you know, it's taking me a little bit to like adjust to it. I love the winter, but you know, here basically usually it's like 40s and stuff in the winter and stuff, but then we get these cold fronts coming through and it drops down to like 20. So it's kind of like up and down like every like 4 or 5 days. No problem, Will. I'm glad you liked the battle. If it was the deluxe challenge, I definitely would have lost that one. I just barely scooted by with like 150 there. Which hopefully, like I said, like the stream runs till 11 here, so 2 more hours. I'm gonna hope that I can finish some more stuff over on WoT Guru, but I would like to get a like a Badger weak spot guide out, and also a map for Klondike, but which tank line is right for you guide. I kind of need to do that first because it's pretty outdated, but also I'm kind of streamlining it a little bit. At least it's going to be easier to load and not kill my website. That's kind of the largest page. It's 40,000 words, so it kind of kills the website as far as data usage, and every now and then it might even like time out. I would like to push over there, but we have so many people in the 1-2 line that aren't rounding the corner yet. Well, personally, it sounds weird, I actually like shoveling snow. And I would take rain, or I mean snow over rain here, because a lot of people say they don't like New Jersey in the winter. It just turns gray and everything's like mushy if it's raining. But I actually like shoveling snow because, you know, I see it as a little bit of exercise. You know, I'm still young, and you know, there's something satisfying about it when you're done, like coming inside and plopping down and, you know, shoving your face full of food while you're warm. Yeah, it's just that feeling I like. I used to honestly, when I was at my parents' house, and I had to shovel, I would actually do it like the night before. Like, say it starts snowing at night, I would go out there at like 1 a.m. and just get it started. I don't want to push right now too far. There we go. Because of that, I saw that they still had some tanks back there. And they're pretty... Not pretty. Sorry, I was having to aim here. They're pretty scary. Sometimes my my brain just goes into aiming mode and I completely cease functioning. I'm gonna have to hit him on the upper cupola here. Not that that's a surefire 10. Yep, he has nailed me with AP. He's probably mad I'm throwing APCR at him. Whoa! We're all kind of low HP here. T-34, save us. I'm probably gonna bite the bullet here. Yep. Oh well. You know, I almost got to 1,000 damage, but I wish I would have gotten a little bit more. I guess the Jackson didn't pen. He just penned him there. I thought the Jackson was able to hit him, but maybe he didn't. You know, when he was here, didn't have the best shots until he pulled up past that. That was just a little bit of a bad decision on my part. I should have backpedaled a little bit more instead of just kind of sit there punching him for like 100 HP and then he takes off like 300 plus. But oh well, not a terrible match, just screwed up a little bit. We're still down by 4 nonetheless. Alright, so KV85, which congratulations, Cucumber for the win here. For the raffle. Well, now that now that I have a little bit more time on my hands in the winter here, like I need to, you know, update and fix the website a little bit, but I am hoping to kind of get him back to, I'll be able to do a couple videos for like specific tanks or maps and stuff that aren't just like live stream clips. Like yesterday, granted that was like a 5-minute long video. You know, if I was still working, it's a little hard for me to do that when, you know, I'm not home for most of the day. So I was glad I could get that little video out there for the emblem sales. Hello, Kenzer. Nice to see you. Oh, yeah, pack it down, snowmobile. See, if we got more snow here, I probably would think a little bit differently when it comes to snow. But we get snow like as far as like a significant amount, and by that I mean like here a significant amount of snow is like 6 inches. If you go a little bit further up in New Jersey, you know, they get a lot more snow, but Cape May County, we mainly just get like slush and rain, or we get snow and it goes away the next day. Just because the ocean temperature typically is about, like in the winter, it goes down lowest, like on average, like high, say like 38, 40, 42 degrees Fahrenheit. So that warms us up because we're surrounded by the ocean and like Delaware Bay. So usually we're too warm to actually have snow either accumulate or stick around for long. But we get that like a few times a year. Like last night, the snow we got's like, I don't know, like a 1/16 of an inch, and that's just on the grass. Since I just watched it last night, I'm honestly jealous of... Oh, that would have hit him. I was trying not to hit my own guy. There's probably like a 10% chance I would have hit him. I just watched it last night, the Curse of Oak Island. I love that show. Even before it was, you know, a TV show, I liked the whole like mystery behind that place. Ooh, I think it's got whacked. All 3 SPGs are aiming over here, so why not poke out? Here we go, there's a KV-1S. Gotta keep on moving here. Ooh, there's an E25. That's why they were getting spotted. I try to get one hit on him. Here we go. Honestly, if I lived closer, I'd love to visit that place. I'm not able to point down. Sorry, MT25. Go. He pulled right up into my shot. Even though he's pretty far away, I can't actually point at him. He's just sitting right in my shot path, which I don't even care if you get another shot on me. I can kill an E25 and a KV-85, I'm happy. All their SPGs are still aiming at this one spot. I don't blame them though. That's not too bad, Tommy. Or I guess it depends if you like snow or not. Yeah, you're Alex. I don't even care. You're dead. You shouldn't have pushed as hard as you did. Like, there's no specific heavy tank line here. I would almost argue that this side, if you're in a heavy tank, it actually works better sometimes. The other flank, I feel like you're better off defending that around like the E-F line, because usually pushing it, you don't get much accomplished unless you have like overwhelming numbers, and then typically your other flank loses. But this flank's kind of one of those high risk, high reward flanks where if we didn't have heavies over here, we wouldn't have won this, and you'd have an E25 with, you know, like 60+% of the map at their disposal, which, you know, the KB1 that I put on the blacklist, who was being an you know, basically an a-hole, they still won that flank. So I don't care. Like, you pushed out there and got yourself killed. You should have done what the rest of these guys did and just kind of sit there and kill the enemy when they push into you. So we're still going to win this. I ended up with, you know, it's only 830 damage, 467 assists, but I still helped win this flank. You know, we have one tank left here because I kind of got RD'd to death. But, you know, without both of us over here, we would have lost that. But some people, you know, don't exactly look at the larger picture. Statistically, yes, this is a harder flank to play with a tank with no gun depression, but I'd rather win. So we have a Chaffee up here, and then a Luke's WZ-111. So many light tanks. That's a lot of snow there. Yeah, I was laboboed. Oh, I need coffee right now. I'm so excited after this. Hey, little dog. He ruined his bed back there. I think he wants me to fix it, but it's a little hard to get up with this on. I was, you know, getting up a little late today and having to scramble to get the stream going on time. I was planning on making, I have a couple biscuits and putting, what kind of cheese do we have? It's like a smoked Gouda cheese. And then from the restaurant, we have a ton of, something we do at breakfast is saying a ton of scrambled eggs. So I have, like, basically 2 gallons of liquid eggs left over from that, because the last we had pretty crappy weather for the last weekend, so we're down by, you know, a few people. So I have a ton of freaking eggs I need to eat here in the next month. So kind of my breakfast has been biscuits with some sort of, we have a bunch of like fancy cheeses. Ryan made like an advent calendar for someone to open up for the month of December. But my mind's starting to drift to breakfast. Hello, Yosef. Not to make anyone hungry here, but I solely have to eat all the eggs, because Ryan, unless she's like baking with eggs, she hates like scrambled eggs or over easy eggs, stuff like that. I got myself in a bad spot here because they're able to hit me from the other side. Unfortunately, we got 3 of our tanks over on that corner. Even though you don't see this map a lot, it's not the best place to go to from this side if the enemy's not pushing here, which of course they aren't. Whoops, I caught that. This side, I feel like, holy crap, I didn't think I was actually still spotted, but I am. Surprised that Artie was still kind of stuck on me. It's got shot at. bounced off me. It's just, it is kind of a small map. I'm just surprised that we aren't able to push this side yet. I don't have much HP here, so gotta be a little bit careful. Not a lot, but there we go. T-37 got me. He pulled back. I thought he... If I can get to him. I thought he pushed this way a little bit, but instead he just pulled straight back and shot me under where I just shot him from. Oh well. It's still, you know, I like wide park for mid-tiers, but now these guys are finally starting to move. This side, I feel like it can be useful sitting back here, but, you know, it's very open, more or less, to where you can get shots of people pushing this way, but the most important part of the map's over here. But fighting, you know, if I was fighting like a KV-220 or their tier 6 like Fury and other tanks over there, I'm not even going to put a dent in them. So, unfortunately, you kind of lose out there. So let me, I'm going to hop into a grind before getting to the Lukes up next here. I did the KV-4. Let me hop into... I've got 84,000 on that. I just started that grind. Let me hop into the AMX 30 prototype here. Yes, I agree with that, Cucumber. As far as, you know, the last steeps or steps, whatever. I always forget how it's pronounced, to be honest. You know, I like that line better than the other side, but I feel like people, at least on the NA server, get so stuck with fighting over that like brawling area in the on the left west side of the map that they get mad when your whole team doesn't go there. I know. As far as eggs, I have a feeling we're gonna make, like, I might make some quiches, but she's gonna be able to use some for like cheesecakes and different other desserts that use them. Hello gamer, nice to see you. You hate what, El Haloof or Wide Park? Say Wide Park, I think, like, I think it's fine for low tiers, or, you know, mid tiers too, but, you know, I think if they had to switch something with it, with the way, you know, that Tanks plays, I feel like that raised railroad in the center, if they just lower it, not by much, say by like 10%, and widen it out a little bit as far as like the incline and decline on either side of it, if they did that, it would be, you know, it would still be kind of like a chokehold, but crap, I need to move because already, at least he only did 375 damage, or 357, excuse me. But I have a feeling that Conqueror gun carrier is gonna nail these guys. And we got no damage off on him. Hello Naki, nice to see you. I'm just gonna wait though. Unfortunately my ammo rack got hit, but yep, there he goes. He has got a crap ton of damage. Like, look at the map, guys. They have two RDs that can hit us there. Hit on him just yet. Kind of waiting to see if my team pushes. I would much rather help them push. But currently my ammo rack's just about to get back up here. Lost that guy. Our bat did push. Ooh lord. And we kind of have to dive in here to help. I'm gonna push up this way. I've got 5 seconds. God, this is sooner than I wanted to. Come on, come on. The T-10 is gonna stop there. I don't necessarily blame him. He just didn't see I was behind him, but he stopped in like the best spot for the enemy there. Gotta be really careful. They probably have an ISU. Yeah, I can't take a shot on him. Gonna have to chance it with... No, I can't take a shot on him. Okay, let me do something way out of left field because they shouldn't be aiming at me. We really need these guys, come on, to get up here. Like the VK can hit me, plus their Artie can hit me, but it just creates another flank that they have to shoot us from. Hopefully this nope, he's not taking a bait. Alright, those two guys are able to go over there now. I don't want to push around that corner, honestly. Go. I'll keep this RU in check. Give him a little push. Their ISU kind of got out of position now, but fine by that. Our base, though, is starting to be suspect. But we got this area. Again, I don't know where there are, or not RU, ISU. There he is. I'm just going to go head on here, because with me and the Sheridan, he can't one-shot us both. I'm hoping it's not me. Okay, this bat's coming, though. Very nice. VK's the only one left. So I'm gonna push back here. Bound to hit one of them there. Roll dice is a little bit hard to win, which is why, you know, it only lets you... It's basically 100 Levi biscuit bet every single time. Alright, I gotta bite the bullet here and push in. We have such a small amount of time. Yep, I reset them. I also destroyed a little... that shot. I like landed... Oh my god. No, we're gonna lose from cap. Like I tried to destroy, you know, the buildings they were hiding direct... There we go. Our bat, he got one more reset, but nobody else is turning back. These two guys... Like I get going for Artie. It doesn't matter if we lose, but oh well. There we go. 30 seconds. We got one more guy. He's right there as far as his last position. But I don't know if he's going to be able to get to him. It's just, they're going for Artie, and he might get him. Nope. Let's say he's right where he was. He didn't move at all. Bravo to them for capping us out. It's just a little frustrating because outside of like the bat chat myself and then that T92, no one else really, you know, was paying attention. Even though we're pinging, saying stuff in chat, we weren't being annoying about it, but yeah. Oh well, top damage. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised I got top damage, but I hate losing matches like that to where, like even these heavies, except for the Oho, he couldn't get back. They could have gotten back, you know, even if they left like, say, 20, 30 seconds after I did, they could have gotten back in time. To where I hate losing matches where that was completely avoidable. Yeah, I always try to do that in SVG to, you know, try to stun a lot of people. Especially, it gets them to use up their, you know, med kits, possibly repair kits, to where now that they're, you know, on a cooldown, that can really change the tide of a battle too. See, I enjoy playing SVGs from time to time. Not all the time, just, you know, a little bit. What you win from roll dice, you win 600. So it multiplies it, you know. I'm not able to change the betting amount. Right now it's just capped at 100. And you win 600, or you lose, you know, 100 if you don't guess right. I'd like to honestly change it so, you know, you bet 100, you could win like 1,000 or something like that. It's your birthday, GG? I didn't see you say if it's your birthday, but happy birthday. If it is. Oh lord. I'm just gonna spray and pray. Thanks for tipping Levi, Victor. Huh. I haven't seen that in a while. You know, a tank getting killed for crew damage. You used to see it a lot more, but they toned down the HE module, or not mod. I think it was module and crew damage, but I'm not really moving here, which isn't great for my team, but I'm also doing a very, very poor job at shooting here. Lord. That last couple, those shots were pretty pathetic. He's not aiming at me. I'm top tier, so I'm not playing this very aggressive just because the enemy's pushing in. Where, you know, I have shots just kind of popping out, shooting, popping back kind of safely. Where I'm trying not to take too many risks because, you know, losing me is... Oh, Lord. I aimed all around him. Yeah, it's definitely not good for my team if I get knocked out here early. But I'll go push into this Valentine too, because he's starting to... It's getting a little bit too far out there for my liking. I'm just gonna... I could have got here a little bit faster, because he now knows I'm here. Nice little hit there, but I need to run away. Thank God we killed him. Since I have APCR loaded, I'll go for this other Valentine. For low tier matches like this though, yeah, I typically play it safe if it's, you know, top tier and a light. Unless it's like a map specifically meant like for me to scout and stuff. It's just better to play it more like a standard tank to deal damage. So far so good though, 768 damage. Probably lost some credits because I fired some APCR here. Really need to cut my hair. It's like bothering me some days. Starts like creeping into my headphones now. Ryan unfortunately nixed the shave-a-thon idea for this year, mainly because she wants to get pictures done. Or, you know, getting engaged. She's like, I'm gonna get you a real haircut this year. I usually get buzz my head myself because it's free. And I could, you know, my hair is it's never capable of being tamed. Got an M2 somewhere. Yeah, I would say he's most likely not here. Up to 1,000 damage. Kind of clean up here. Our bison is rolling through the plains here. See if he can get a nice little shot on him. I'll try to... Let's see, maybe I'll track him there. Oop. Awesome. Good job, bison. That's icing on the cake there. $200 haircut? No. Luckily, we actually know T-54 pilot, I guess, wrote. We know quite a few hairdressers, but I'm still not going to be anything fancy. So we got a Pascucci's medal, high caliber, Confederate award. Pretty good match here. Better than the first two I had in this tank earlier. Played it smart though. You know, I wanted to do damage even though I'm in a light here. And fortunately focusing on that early, we had, you know, a pretty good lead going into the mid game. Yeah, if I ever spend 200 bucks on a haircut, there's, Lord, oh Lord, something wrong. I'm trying not to lose my hat here. There you go. Get some treats. You'll find them. He's a little angry at me, I think, because usually... give me a moment here. You little dog. Usually I kind of fix his bed for him. Now you get to see the extent of wearing this hat. I need to put a beanie on every single time, or else it'll fall off just because of my headphones. But once I get it on, make sure I have it on right. Once I get it on, it's I almost forget that I have it on, honestly. I actually don't like wearing hats, but I have to at work, so you know, I'm kind of I'm kind of used to it, to where I walk out of the restaurant some days, like with my chef cap still on, and you know, people are looking at me like I'm in regular clothes, and it almost looks like, because it's like a skull cap, so it looks not the same, but kind of like you know, something that, not a fedora, but yeah, it doesn't look like a standard hat or like something a chef would wear. Please don't spam holy cow. You know, I'm gonna give you a warning there without timing you out, but please, you know, don't spam stuff like that. Especially like I opened up the give command, but you know, if you're just gonna randomly give people one, which I'm seeing this now, holy cow, I'm actually gonna time you out, because please, I don't want you to abuse, like half the messages are just you there. If you just are gonna abuse the give command and give people one at a time, you know, I'm gonna disable it again. Or just make it just so moderators can use it. I don't own that tank Dean, no. Anyway, WZ111 here. Unfortunately, this is the worst matchmaking you'll see in this tank, but it's still pretty good. You know, it is for the advent calendar, to where, you know, relating it to, basically you have the WZ111, IS-6, and the 112. 112's the one with the most armor, worst gun, worst mobility. Or wait, no, 112, best armor, worst gun, worst mobility. WZ111, the gun is comparable to the IS-6, a little bit more accurate while moving around. I think the IS-6 maybe has a pinch more DPM, but it's not anything huge. But the WZ111 has a little bit worse armor than the IS-6. It's kind of splitting hairs, but it has a much better mobility, you know, and accuracy while moving. And then the IS-6 is probably the most well-rounded of the two. It kind of sits in the middle of them. you know, when it comes to mobility and kind of armor. I don't own it. I haven't bought them back. If you mean the... Which one do you... Oh, yeah, the mid-tier TD that's terrible. I just haven't bought it back. I want it because it's a quirky tank, but and you guys can request it every now and then. I've just never... When it came to the British line, I actually free XP'd all the way up to tier 9 when it first came out, because initially it was bad, that line. Like, they finally fixed the ear, you know, kind of for good with the Super Conqueror getting put in, but from tier 5 all the way up to tier, you know, 8, it was considered pretty bad on a tank-to-tank basis. That guy flipped himself over, which that Tiger 2 is probably going to help him, but I'm going to get, oh, I was going to say get a little bit of cheap damage in here, but nope. Unfortunately, there's my free shot. I should be shooting the Tiger 2, but I don't have a very good shot on him. Come on, turn him! Turn him! Making it easier to hit him. That Panther 8.8 is probably angry, but he got himself into that mess. Okay, when it comes to the give command for giving people Levi biscuits, please, you know, with the way I'm able to do it, I don't think I can put a timeout on it. But if it gets abused, you know, I will just lock it behind. You have to be a moderator to use it. Over angle here. There we go. Most people, if you over angle, even though it's a pike nose, they'll still try to whoops, he's dead. They'll still try to shoot you in that lower plate. Hello, Vape. Nice to see you. Well, yes, I do plan on buying it back. Right now, you know, I'm just saving up all my credits and getting the most out of the holiday sales, but usually I just buy back tanks now when they're on discount, which, you know, that very much might be coming up here. And there's an Emil 1 back there, but I think guy's a little bit more of a threat to my team. Ah, nice, Don. I'd say, you know, they're Blitz and standard tanks, say on the PC or even consoles, they're pretty, yeah, they're a little bit different as far as, you know, no arty and Blitz, and slightly different balancing, but they're pretty comparable between the two. And he got me in the engine. That was my fault. I could have turned a little bit more there. Go. Didn't actually damage him there. Most played tank on my account, Dean, that would still be the Type 59, even though I barely play it anymore. I only play it when you guys request it, really. Oh, yeah, just a warning. Holy cow, I don't want to have to go nuclear on you. That makes sense. But yeah, usually this is the best time to get stuff when it comes to sales. And then on, you know, at least on the NA server, Thanksgiving has pretty comparable sales as well. I'm just going to chuck out standard AP right now because APCR would definitely help, but it's not going to help me punch through a T-54 upper glacis. Come on, engine! There we go, I got my engine back. Woohoo! I can finally move. An alright battle there, even though I'm kind of struggling. There's my alarm from yesterday. It felt so nice. Yesterday was the first day I got to actually sleep in past like 7 o'clock, I think, 7 or 6 a.m. Where it felt like heaven. Levi was content with it too. Ryan said because she gets up at like 5:20 ish for work in the morning. Usually he gets up with us, runs around. He got out real quick and said hi to her, and her parents are staying with us. And then he just ran back into our room and he's like, put me back in bed. Alright, so I have a 110 up next here. But pretty decent match, even though I was making quite a few mistakes there, and I bounced quite a few shots as well. Thank you very much, Don. Which, as far as requests go, I have about hour 20 minutes left. It looks like. I'll try my best. If you want to request any more, feel free. The likelihood of me getting to them all, after any newer ones coming in, it's starting to go down here, given the time I have left. But I will be back, tomorrow night, streaming at 8 p.m. Gonna be pretty much doing the same thing, mainly viewer requests. Just a grind here or there. Should be sometime in the next week or so, maybe. I might be opening up and starting another grind. I'm gonna put up a poll for that, where you guys can kind of influence it. I think a lot of you guys want me to do Russian tank destroyers, I believe, and a few German TDs. Most other tank lines I have done. Like, I have Russian lights and then a ton of SPGs, but the SPG grind I'll probably wait for, like, say my third or fourth line after, the next little batch here to start again. I'm more inclined to just free XP SPGs, honestly. I don't really like playing SPGs below, I would say, tier 6. Like, every now and again, a mid-tier or low-tier one's alright, but I don't really like playing them in the mid to low tiers, like more than just a match here or there. We're gonna be in a little bit of a pickle if we come across. Yeah, they got a Borsig. Using APCR, I got a little bit lucky there. I'm still gonna back up here. Okay. I didn't know if he was behind the fence or the building. Luckily they got another hit on him, but where you put, like, the WZ-121 there, if that's not a tank, you brawling. Like, why are you up here brawling? That does not make any sense. Yet he's doing it. Yeah, I knew that guy was gonna pull back there. He still ended up making it out of that. Like, I'll give him credit for that, but pretty much, putting himself in the worst possible position. I'm gonna sit here just in case that... I tried tracking him. Oh well. That didn't exactly work though. Which I think Ryan's parents just got back here, so I may have to get up and shut the door here, just because their massive dog's probably gonna stick his nose in everything here. Hello Shane, nice to see you. Thought he was gonna pop out. He's straight on here, it looks like. Okie dokie. Goes. Thought there was a Borsig over here. He's probably still You can go first. Oh well. I say I cannot open the door for you guys right now. But let's go get this SU 100 here. They do have a key, which is why I'm not getting up right now. Crap, there's a Hellcat behind me, but the Borsig is more important right now in the grand scheme of things. But okie dokie, let's try to get through here. Fortunately, he's not pointing at me. He's still not pointing at me, which is nice. But onto the KV2 and the Hellcat now. Fortunately, you know, like the 110 doesn't have the best armor when it comes to heavy tanks, but you know, fortunately, I didn't come across anything like the Borsig early on to hit me. But this KV2 is probably waning, and I missed him. There goes most of my HP. He actually hit me with an AP shell. That was smart by his choice there. Okay, we're up by 2. I'm probably just gonna push here and hope for the best. KV5 probably shouldn't come back to our side, but yeah, they should be fine at our base. Hello. Yeah, you can shut it. But one of their arties was over on this side here. So I don't know if the other one's over on this side or not. I'm hoping just to be able to get to their cap without being spotted. Levi. And of course Levi wants out now. But yeah, they're SPGs. I'm gonna get one shot at here. Hey buddy. Okay, now we're gonna play musical chairs with the dog. Thank God, only one SPG hit me. Just after that one KV2 hit, that took off a little bit more HP than I would have liked. Yep, and unfortunately this Cromwell, he's gonna get me here. He's got APCR, which, yep, and he's actually gonna kill me. APCR just freaking murdered me there. He destroyed whatever crew member he did too, plus he damaged my gun. Yeah, that's my bad for pushing out as far as I did. Here's the hoping they can still win though, because you know, had he had just standard AP, I would have been able to bounce a couple more. But the 110, unlike the IS-3, this is actually not spaced armor, so it's actually pretty darn weak in the grand scheme of things. So, hello, buddy. Well, you do a good job. Well, he wants to go out, but he'll also want to come back in, and yeah, it's unfortunately it happens a lot. If the door's closed, he can't make up his mind. He's like a cat. But anyway, I'm gonna move on to the next fight here. Hey, Levi. But AMX-50B Foch is, I want to get all these tank requests in too, so I'm trying to a decent pace here. Thanks for tipping Levi a biscuit. I'll give him another one here. Holy cow. He's like, maybe I'll keep whining at the door. Okay, so We got another raffle coming up here somewhat soon. I'll probably do that after this one here. Even though, whew, got Himmelsdorf here. Not exactly my favorite. It's all good, ATJ. I got myself a little too far out there, and the Cromwell, he had full APCR. Otherwise, you know, he would have bounced off of me, but he penned me every single time there. Okay, so they definitely have they have a little bit of mobility on us. It's just we have a lot of T-54E1s, so it can go either way, whether or not that's gonna be good for us. I'm kind of waiting to see where my team heads. Don't really have that many people going to the hill, or yeah, I'm gonna play this side with them. It's just playing the hill, I don't really have a good chance of getting up and cresting if the enemy's already up there, nor do I want to be that close. Okay, ultimate challenge, Randall, sure thing. I'm gonna try to play it out this way. Badger does get Hesh. 130mm pen on it too. Probably got one of the best ammunition loadouts in the game. As far as the amount of ammunition and the choices that you have. Fortunately, there are E3s over here. Scorpion G. Sorry, little dog, I can't get you right now. This is... yeah. I guess, yeah, maybe I will let him out after this battle, because he's just going to stand there the whole time. But... can't exactly multitask like this. Fortunately, this bat is... he wasn't there, I'd be pushing a lot harder. I also can't push too far because our hill is stuck right where exactly I thought they would be. But also, I don't want to yell at Levi because this isn't his fault. Well, let me fix this. The hat's gonna have to stay off for now. Go out, dog. Okay, let's get back into it here. Sorry guys, you know, I'm kind of distracted right now. I'm not exactly. I don't want to be here right now as far as the 2-line goes, because now the Scorpion G moved over. He's able to get decent shots on me. Kind of in a bad location. I'm just gonna unfortunately waste a clip here because I'd rather not get hit by that Scorpion G again. I might just, I'm kind of looking at where I can go as far as, like, our hill got clobbered. I'm gonna, like, I kind of have to go back. I'm not able to push this flank because, you know, they're not advancing any. And also this tank isn't exactly, oh, we just lost 3 tanks in like a second. I'm not putting the hat back on right now, KO. It takes me too long in a battle. I'll get it after this one. But unfortunately, I got myself in a bad spot here, and we're still only down by 1 tank. It's just, I don't even know where I want to go at this point. He's camping at the door. I'll go help this with the ST1, which hopefully I don't get hit here. Unfortunately, you know, the AP pen on this is a little bit low. I'm gonna get you out first here. Oh, thanks T-34, the person I was trying to save. There we go. We got him out. We have an M41 coming down. That's not good, Leaf. Okie dokie. Fortunately, I'm still not loaded, but thank God he got him there, because I still had about 15 seconds to reload. There's a freaking badger in front of me again. Hi, dog. You want a purple stream overlay? Sure thing, Victor. Oh, lower plate of a badger. Something that's funny about it is it's actually strong enough to bounce these shells. Not all the time, as evidenced by that, because I penned it, but it actually has a pretty decent chance at bouncing standard rounds at times. I'm gonna take a gamble and reload here. Yeah, I thought he was gonna... The M41, I didn't think he'd stay there. Okie dokie. I got 600 HP. Guard, unfortunately, I can't shoot yet. Or the M41. That helps. Which way is the E3 pointing? I have a feeling he's aiming my direction. Yeah. Oh crap. Yep, this isn't gonna be good. He should be able to pen me. Yep, and he did just that. Still did a decent amount of damage. No. Come on. Lay down for me. Please? There you go. Alright. So a little bit better than I thought it was gonna be, with having to get up midway. But it honestly looks weird without the hat on, just like a beanie. Haphazardly, let's switch the overlay to purple. I'd say I used to have pink, but I think I switched it to purple since I didn't exactly like the pink there. But anyway, Master Badge First Class, actually my best match in this so far. A little bit surprised by that. Not that I have a ton of battles in this, but 3,700 damage, 5 kills, a little over 1,000 experience for the base. But that ended up, it was a little bit better than I thought it would be, to be honest. Alright, so we have a ultimate challenge coming up here. So I'm gonna do it now. Last time I picked the IS-7, so I'll try to switch it up a little bit to something else. Why don't I haven't exactly played Swedish tanks recently. I'll do a Kronwagen. I might get myself into trouble if I get like a city map or something, but I'll go with I'll do it. Kronwagen here. So I gotta get to 6,000 damage, assist, and blocked all combined here. So here goes nothing. And not exactly the best map here. I'll try to make it work though. My keyboard's getting a little old. I don't know. I put one on my wish list for Amazon this year for Christmas, but I don't know. It still works. There's nothing wrong with it, but I would never hurt my keyboard. Like this one was, I think, $200. The one I have on my other computer was like 20 bucks, but Ryan honestly hates this one just because it's set up a little bit differently. Part of the problem I'm gonna have here is if this 183 is over on this side with Hesh, can't exactly block Hesh. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this unfolds. But I'm gonna head to the typical side over here because I don't really like playing the 8 side. You guys probably have noticed that by now. And the center, I'm not going there in a heavy. If anyone wants cheap keyboards though, I usually get like Logitech. Like I said, that one was like 20 bucks. I like Logitech's. They usually have pretty good quality even if you buy like their lower end stuff. I can try to add the KV5 on Adam. I might not be able to get to it given the other tank requests I already have. Oop, I tracked him and he's gone. Thank God. But we'll see if I'm able to get to it. I will add it onto the list after this battle though. I forgot to look at something in between the fights. I forget what it was. It was like a specific tank or something. Still have a Malshin behind us here. 100% not already safe right now, but E34, okay, VK. Given the accuracy, my next clip's gonna be E. Not that I can't pen them, but if they get into a hold down spot here, I won't be able to. Which is what I was trying to do there before I kind of changed my mind. Thank you, Artie. Oh, this one I might, you know, pop over to my other PC if Ryan wants it, but she'd have to get used to it for her to agree to that. Decisions. A really small shot here. I'm not confident in hitting the turret, to be honest, but that completely gaffed there. Okay, they're gonna push hard here. I'm gonna try to push up this way to maybe stop them, but rounding that corner for us right now is not a good tactical decision. I'm gonna bank on this Malshin not being able to hit me right now and just kind of I wish I didn't waste that one shot. Oh lord, there's an ISU. And it hit me. That's a little bit upset at myself for doing that, but that's what I deserve. They already pushed too far here to where we're gonna have to go help them. Crap, and the Malshin's coming back. I'm a little bit in a pickle here. I wanted to hit him, but it was too risky. Sorry, AMX. This is, I'm looking forward here. still able to help him, but I don't know why he just pushed out. He would have still been alive. He can get angry at me for ditching him, but crap. I just hit him in the turret. Upper plate. Yep, and a 183. Thank you very much. He took a little bit of a calculated risk there as well. Fortunately, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get the challenge here, because this Sheridan should be able to get me here, and he did. I didn't even get close to the 6,000, so congrats, Randall. I should, honestly, for ultimate challenges, since I make them so hard, I should just, it would probably be me going for like my same favorite tanks, but I definitely picked a tank where I needed like a little bit larger map with like hills and stuff I can hold down behind. But I definitely, if I didn't take that ISU shot, I would have been a lot better position there. But anyway, moving along, still a decent match. It's just I would have liked to win the challenge, of course. But thank you for challenging me to that, Randall. The crap wagon. The Kronwagen's not a bad tank. It's just its role is definitely it's a little bit too like niche at times. All right, so I gotta credit you back. Doing the math in my head here. I did the math right. There we go. So I don't forget about that. It's just honestly for the gun. That was right, Lobobo. The T28. Thanks for that. I don't know if they're still watching, but I think we still decided on. I actually don't have that tank in my garage, to be honest. I think we decided on the 57 millimeter. Yes, it does have the 57 rather than the 76 millimeter here. Yeah, I would definitely by far go with this one. Pen is crappy, and 0.51 accuracy for your base value is terrible for a medium. The T55A is next here. But yeah, the Kronwagen, like when it was introduced, it was, granted it has no weak spots on the turret and good gun depression. It was balanced mainly because the gun is a little bit inaccurate. It's a little bit sluggish as far as mobility, and the DPM is low for a heavy tank, even considering the autoloader. But since then, like they've, you know, introduced some new tier 10s, replacing some tanks, and the tanks that come after it, honestly, just it does make it feel a little bit weak, but it still performs the mid-range. It's mid-range hold down fighter. There's not too many tanks that are better than it, but you know, with 10 degrees of gun depression, for example, the Super Conqueror can almost fight on all the same hills, has a huge leg up with accuracy, penetration, mobility, DPM. You know, it actually, you know, it just completely outclasses it. That's the main problem. I still like how the Kronwagen's balanced because it has, you know, it has a role, but it has some, you know, small little weaknesses along with that role. But some of the newer tanks coming out at the high tiers, they have just a ton of strengths without really any weaknesses to back them up. Or not back them up, but kind of tone them down. But, okay, I had to do a raffle here. I forgot to do that. 900 Levi biscuits for the winner. You know, for any tank requests, I said it a little bit ago, you know, I may or may not be able to get them all, because I still have a ton of them, and there's only about an hour left on the stream here. Like, I can go a hair bit over 11, but not too much here. I might regret going. I don't really like fighting on the outside here, but I'll make an exception right now. T-49's on my right. Doesn't have the best... Ah, God. I didn't expect him to do that, which that is... I don't know how that missed, but it did. I did not expect that T-54 to do that, because he should have gotten lit up. I critted him, but no damage. Oops, he's actually going to circle me here, and again, there's something with the T-55A that I hate. Again, another 0 damage. Not even tracking him. Something I hate with the T-55 is there's literally no gun elevation. So fighting on little hills like that, I couldn't actually hit him unless I moved, and unfortunately that made me easier to damage. But I'm gonna let those guys go after him. I don't have a ton of HP. Anyone can shoot me right now. Little Type 59 here. Pull it back though. Oop, now he's pulling up. Really hard, like I forget a lot of the little sight lines here. Definitely say this is an area I'm needing to improve on. Mainly this map of shooting back through the town here. Oh, Lord. Oh my God, the gun elevation just got me again. It popped my gun up from hitting that little bump. Like little things like that in a tank to where you don't necessarily equate the T-55A with, you know, the bad gun elevation. I always, you know, I remind myself like when it first happens in a match, but that just caused me to miss a shot, and that 1390 is still alive because of that. I should have, there we go. I knew eventually I was going to be able to hit him through something. Yeah. But I should have adjusted for that, and I didn't. AT-32, I should be able to hit him past this building if he's still alive. But luckily, I'm still kicking here, at least for a little bit. Right now, I'm still kind of hanging on by the guys straight in front of me haven't moved around this one little building, and also pop around here on the left. Alright, the tortoise should be okay, I feel like. But I'm gonna swap over to heat because of this Type 4. Ah, crap, the IS-6. I've already kind of engaged the Type here to where I'm gonna get dirt. Whoop. Luckily, he hit me in the track there, or else I would have been a goner. My only hope right now is that we can kill him before he reloads. There we go. Whew. Yes, Marga. That, it's nice to see you again. I saw you enter the raffle. I forgot to say hi, though. 9.21 hit yesterday here for us. Since I'm low HP, I'm going to swap to heat here for this IS-6, just to maybe play it a little bit safe. Pretty good match, though. I'm at 3,100 damage. I made a few little mistakes early on, but oh god, our tortoise. Luckily they got him. I was like, no, not our tortoise. Hello JT, nice to see you again. And congrats again, Cucumber, on winning the raffle. I'm gonna pick another a second winner too here, since you won 2 in a row. You're pretty lucky today. But congrats Leonard as well for winning. So we got 2 winners. I did 3,100 damage though, 1,000 block, 1,000 assist. Not too shabby. For, you know, I was definitely taking some damage I didn't need to early on there. But Mastery badge second class, top damage in the match. Fortunately, yeah, we had a pretty comfortable win there. It felt closer than it was, but I'm glad it wasn't close. Alright, so we got a Scorpion G up here for my next tank. So I should probably close the tank request queue. Ooh, okay. Got El Haloof. Fortunately, no Artie. I might try to take a quick shot off here just because I'm not really going to be able to take any good safe shots up in that area, I feel like. Hey, doesn't hurt to enter raffles. So, hello, Russian dude. Well, opinions on the Badger, it's a little bit too good in my opinion. It's just, I think it's a little bit unbalanced in a way. It's just frontal armor, really the only weak spot, and it's only a weak spot against, which we don't even have anyone pushing here, so I guess I'm not helping this side. Only its lower plate's really a weak spot frontally, and that's only against tier 10s, specifically tier 10 TDs, or premium shells from like tier 9s. It's pretty much just, you know, from playing the Tortoise, because you probably played the Tortoise, you're actually able to, you know, tank a few more shots, especially if you find like a little hill, not like a true hill, but like a little bump just to hide your lower plate, and you can actually increase the angle on your frontal armor just a hair bit more to where nothing can really pen you, and you're able to just spew out the best DPM, you know, when it comes to tier 10s. Just don't get flanked. That's really, you know, the trick to the Badger, I guess. Don't get flanked and, you know, just murder things. Which, I guess I'm going to move this way because, you know, there's two people in our base. One's probably AFK, but I don't have any shots until they actually push, so I'm not going to sit there and be useless. I'd rather come up here and soak up shots from my team, which is what I typically do in a Scorpion. Not on purpose, but try to play off of my Badger here. Yep, and of course I'm the one that gets hit. Trying to get shots, but I also don't want to shoot my teammates. Oh, awesome. An Oho derped me. I deserve that. Well, sorry for whoever requested the Scorpion G here, but honestly, I'll say it again, I said it last stream, I'm terrible in this tank. It's just one of those tanks to where I usually can, you know, make do in a tank I'm not very good at, but yeah, I pushed my luck there and the Oho HE'd me. There's something about that one specifically, it's probably one of my worst tanks I play in that I have over 100 battles, I think. It's, you know, the worst one statistically, but hello, Scud, nice to see you. Anyway, moving on to the VK4502B here. Like, honestly, you know, one of these days I'm gonna go down like the Grill 15 line, but it's probably gonna be a tougher. Yes, you're right, you know, over on Twitch there. It is one of those lines, I'm probably gonna push it off as long as possible, because I honestly, I don't play well in those tanks, because I don't think that, you know, kind of sitting back, especially like random battles, they're good if you have like a platoon or you're working with your teammates well. I don't think having no armor and just you're entirely reliant upon staying hidden to deal damage without, like, it's not like, say, the E25, another German premium TD, that you can actually scout a little bit in that. Given the speed, the size, and the camouflage, you're pretty much just 100% stuck in kind of long-range support role. I don't like that, especially with a lot of maps not being conducive to playing like that. You know, it's just me, you know, it's my opinion. It's just, I like tanks that are able to have options available to themselves. But I definitely didn't play it right there. Not that I had really any other early shots available to me. But one of these days I'll be pushing down that line. No problem, Marga. You know, anyone's, you know, feel free to ask questions. I don't mind answering questions. I saw the T-34 pop up. I was trying to hit that guy in the cupola again. Thank God he did not have heat. I really need to get out one of these other two guys. This right now it's 3 versus 2. They have a lot more firepower than us, of course. Now it's 1v2. He gets swapped the heat. That's what I was waiting for, because he can auto pen us basically everywhere outside of our mantlets. Crap, and I did not want to bounce that, of course. Hello, Mud. Yeah, it's not too heavy. It's a lot of Christmas ornaments, so they're pretty light. But it's just, it can get unbalanced a little bit. Yeah, the heat here, I'm not even really trying to bounce shots right now. I'm just trying to keep the damage on him, because we should be able to alternate who gets shot here between me and this other guy with me. I just need to advance now, because I should be able to get him down to about 100 HP. Whoops, 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 no! He gets missed, I think. There we go, awesome. That's pretty decent teamwork there. Thank you very much for the follow over on Twitch, Mud. What tier 10 do they play in Clan Wars nowadays? I'm not the right person to ask that. Sorry. I haven't played Clan Wars in years. But usually the tanks that get used most in Clan Wars, as far as my knowledge still, are tanks that, you know, they use ones that have like niche roles every now and then, but usually you see a lot of certain mediums, like say Russian mediums, the Bat Chat, M48 I think is used a little bit more now since it got buffed, and also heavies that it's not necessarily you're stuck in one specific role, because if your plan goes, you know, out the window, you need tanks that are able to flex and change their roles on the fly. But you also bring, say, like 3, 4, 5 tanks that are kind of like a niche role, say like a SPG or like a T110E3. Badger's probably going to get used quite a bit. But it's hard for me, honestly, to comment on that, because I don't play Clan Wars, nor do I really watch anything about Clan Wars. I'm still going to press this side. But yeah, I do have an article, Clan Wars tank, about Clan Wars tanks on WoT Guru. That I will be updating at some point, but I'm gonna have to kind of not say outsource that, but I'm definitely gonna have to poke a few people I know that play Clan Wars a bit, just to make sure I have the right opinion on some tanks. Forget about me. Still using APCR here, but I probably didn't need it for that. Hello, Serbin, Christy, nice to see you. Awesome. The WZ-111, I played a little bit ago, Iron. You know, it's not gonna say stand up against like a defender or, you know, one of, say, the new premium tanks that have full matchmaking, but out of, say, the WZ-111, IS-6, and 112, the WZ-111, if you look at, like, say, stats based off of people playing it from, like, a third-party website, I think the WZ-111 is a hair bit better, and that's just above the IS-6, and then the 112 is kind of at the bottom because it's the heavily armored one. It's a little bit harder sometimes to play the 112, but I don't think it's a bad tank to play. You know, you're gonna definitely struggle at times when, you know, you're against tier 9s if they have a lot of armor, because even your premium round can't go through, say, like a type 4 very well. But, you know, stat-wise, in the grand scheme of things, it's not a bad tank to pick up if you need a crew trainer and, you know, you need a little bit of a credit grinder too. Ever since they buffed it, now it has a little bit more mobility for it, going for it, and also, yep, bounced off side armor. A little bit more mobility going for it, and a little bit more gun handling while moving than the IS-6. You definitely can do a few more things that, it's not a medium as far as mobility, but it's, you know, in between medium and heavies now instead of being slower, like say an IS-6 or a 112, which I got an ace tanker here in the VK. Didn't expect this to be an ace, but hell, this was a pretty good battle here. Thank you for requesting this. So we got an ace, my best battle in this so far, I believe. High caliber award. I'm really surprised because I've had some pretty damn good fights in the VK. You know, almost 5k damage. Thank you very much, Bedrock and Marga, for following me over on Twitch as well. Thank you guys. But yeah, that was a pretty damn good battle there. Thanks again for requesting it. I did use a little bit of APCR, don't get me wrong, but outside of spamming it at that oh-ho, which I probably didn't need to do, I was mainly just trying to use it when I was facing off against the WZ-111 5A. I needed to land every shot that I possibly had on him. If I would have bounced one of those, I probably wouldn't have made it out of that fight there. But my next tank coming up is going to be the T-54, the first prototype here, which I'm just gonna save this replay really fast here, hopefully. There's my, kind of scrolling through here, there's like my 30-second Scorpion G battle. Okie dokie. So, T-54 first prototype. Thank you very much again for requesting that. I forget who did it though. Yeah, I tried, you know, for the holidays here, I put a lot into like the stream as far as like little things. Like earlier, I forgot to pull it down during the first battle, but I'm gonna have to put Randall up here under challenges. I'm still reworking underneath the challenge victors there to get them more visible. But everyone up there has, at one point or another, in the center, you know, tipped for the stream here, and also over on the right now my lighting's a little funky with the Christmas lights back here, is a stream sponsor over on YouTube. But I'm trying to refine a couple things here, and yeah, I should have that done soon. Yeah, that's probably, yeah, I forgot all about that for Clan Wars, the WZ-111 5A. Basically, you have, like, comparing it, like, something like the IS-7 doesn't get used a ton, I feel like, in Clan Wars, because its premium round kind of sucks. WZ-111 5A, unless you're hitting spaced armor, pretty much auto-pens almost everything. To where, yeah, I could see a lot of them, those things being used. But again, I haven't played Clan Wars in, you know, a long time. I haven't, you know, even like watched, say, replays and stuff that people post of them recently either. But back when I used to like call Clan Wars and make strategies and stuff for it, you definitely want tanks that aren't, say, you know, if you're getting a tank, say like the FE 183 or like the GPZ 100, they're kind of good in their roles, but those roles aren't always useful, like in the grand scheme of things. So if you're looking for Clan Wars tanks and competitive tanks, getting tanks like that should be kind of like, not to say on, you know, completely ignore them, but they're going to be on the back burner because you want tanks that are going to be picked more, and, you know, more than just, say, like one or two of them on a team at a time. Like back when I did Clan Wars, it was back when the T110E5 kind of ruled everything, because while it wasn't like, say, the best straight up heavy tank, it was the best heavy tank at doing a lot of different roles, and also it had enough mobility to kind of replace a lot of medium tanks and bring a little bit more armor into the battle. I'm gonna, oops, I actually don't want to do that. Like, I am just a T54 mod 1 here, but yeah, I got myself into a little bit of a pickle now. Oh, team, why'd you stop? This AMX 65 is a really good shot on me. I'm gonna try to wiggle my way over this way because he doesn't have the best shot if I get him a little bit further. Hey, Mark Hamill's on the other team. I've seen him around quite a bit. Right. Grand Canyon map? What do you mean by that, GG? That was like tested way back when they first were coming out with 30v30, but as far as what I know, it's not currently slated to be added into the game anytime soon. Like, that was back with the like first grand battle test. I'm just gonna tank the shot here. I've got the HP as long as this AMX 60, yep, he bounced off of me. And he got the second shot. Given that we're up by 5 tanks, I'm having a pretty crappy match, but if I can speed things along a little bit, that's something I'll do. I kind of liked that map. Unfortunately, you know, to me it it was really campy, which is part of the reason I don't think they put it in. I could see them replacing it, or not replacing it, rebalancing it, but you know, World Tanks, it's just the vertical differences. I feel like the reason they won't put it in the way it was is people didn't do very well with the canyon part, which is kind of important being the Grand Canyon. They didn't do very well with the vertical differences. A lot of people didn't really grasp them very well. In certain tanks, you know, you can't get to certain areas just because if you say you start going down into the canyon in a mouse, you ain't getting back up. You're just gonna get torn to shreds, or it's gonna take too long. You know, you're probably not alone with that, Shane. I don't think they'll ever put 30v30 maps into, you know, the 15 queue. What they've talked about is eventually, I think they'll end up doing it once they have a couple more maps, potentially lowering that down to where tier 8s, you know, you could get a battle with tier 10, 9, and 8 on it. I don't think going below that would work. But if it was 15 versus 15 on them for standard battles, the problem with that is you know, for the, say, the average just person popping into random battles, not working together with their team all that well. Everyone knows those types of players. You're gonna, if you have a team with a few of those people, it, you know, it hurts you a lot compared to if the other team has like a platoon or something. But ended up, in the grand scheme of things, decent amount of experience, but middle of the pack for damage. I kind of was just getting shot for the first part of that match, but we got to win. SU-100Y, next tank request up here. But my main thing, I hope that they push out. They had you know, the 30v30, I forget the name of it at this point. Frontline, I think it was called, with the respawning tier 10 only on the Normandy map. I think they should definitely put that in at some point. But at the same time, you know, with having separate queues, I think they would have to go the route of what they do for ranked battles and say like once a month or just on weekends open up the frontline mode, whether it's like Friday and Saturdays or something like that. But definitely, like, I would say just open it up for one day or 2 days a week, something like that. Or else the queue, I don't think the matchmaking queue would be able to hold up with enough people. But that mode, honestly, not that, you know, I'm, say, bored of tanks. I love playing this game. The frontline mode was probably the best thing I've played in World of Tanks in years. Like, it was just pure fun. It wasn't always like the most balanced, like if you're on a bad team getting clobbered, but having respawns, you could repair, refill ammunition, kind of work as a team to push the enemies back, even if you know you're gonna lose because the time's running out. It was just fun. I'm gonna try to stick over here, but just this tank I'm not too high on. You know, playing this sometimes can be very difficult. I'm hoping someone can get like a spot down here, but it doesn't look like we're gonna get any. The E8 kind of stopped. It would have been nice if he spotted, but I get why he stopped and listened to that guy. But we have a lot of people here and they probably don't have much in their base. Yes, it did, you know, it definitely changed the way the game played, you know, with the AI turrets and different elements, but, you know, I kind of related to it. Felt like a Battlefield game, in a sense. I forget the mode. I think it's Rush. Yeah, it's Rush there, in Battlefield. Why are you, like, yelling at people? Like, whether you agree with them going there or not, calling them out and calling them crappy players is it's not going to help anybody. Just getting rid of that guy. And also probably his platoon mate friend. But like them just sitting here, it's not like they're pushing, they're just camping and not taking shots at anybody. So you're not helping the problem. But unfortunately in the SU-100Y here, like, I would have liked to get up to the other part of the map, but given the speed, the size of this, and being bottom tier, you know, I probably would have got spotted and killed, like right off the get-go. So I'm kind of, you know, stuck to where I like the quirkiness of this tank. Yeah, these guys are both getting on there. Honestly, they're the biggest problem right now in our team. The one guy's not even around the corner and he's just probably yelling at people in the chat. But, oh well. They're on my blacklist, I can ignore it now. But mainly, you know, if this had like a little bit more mobility for it, it would definitely help. He just got like deleted. And I'm sure they're like, oh, that guy's so bad. Well, why don't you help him? You're in an AT-15-8 and I would say every tank except for maybe the Super Pershing, if he swapped to APCR, can't pen them. I'm just chucking HE here because I'm sure at this point we're down by 3, but we've lost every other flank, more or less. But we don't even, there we go, we finally have a spot here. Like, we don't even have anyone poking. I gotta pull back now because of this Oni. Fortunately, I used all my premium shells. But that worked. Or not premium, my HE shells. Because premium does more damage but has less pen here. Oh, I don't know. I think it just blacklists them for the battle. I'm just so used to going through there. Labobo, what tiers do you have in Total War? Because something I noticed, if you're playing tier 1, right now, everyone in the closed beta is kind of moved up to like tier 4 plus. So if you have like tier 1 and 2, sometimes typing it like in the global chat, so in the bottom left of the garage or the starting screen on Total War, you can have people help you out get into battles there. Hello Super Cat, nice to see you. And they also have a Discord server to where if you pop on there you can actually party up with people. Everyone's really nice because it's a closed beta. They just want to, you know, play matches and test the game to where they'll, you know, help you get into battles if you're still stuck. Yeah, that's probably 1 and 2. You know, the matchmaking right now for that is really slow at times. Which, if you have any gold, don't be afraid, honestly, to just convert it all to free XP and get yourself up to like tier 3 or so. Because once it hits open beta, they wipe everything again, but you get refunded all the gold and, you know, anything that you spend, and even the premium time on your account. Alright, I'm gonna... Oh lord, there's a Hellcat. Awesome. I'm trying not to get hit by Artie. But yeah, sometimes the queues are pretty long there. But that's, you know, pretty much any PvP game I've tested that's actually like a real test and not like just a demo. The queue times have definitely been an issue. Like a lot of games I've encountered actually just open the servers up, you know, for say like 3 hours here, you know, and they kind of switch them every few days as far as different time zones. And that tends to fix things, but you can't play it all the time. He got through. Thank you very much, TG. I'm actually kind of surprised we got a nice little comeback here, but definitely not complaining. Here we go. But I'm glad I played this a lot safer than, like, I should have played the Scorpion G like this. Play it really safe, bottom tier, not go and push anywhere. But that's, you know, it's a fault of mine, I'll admit it. So, uh-oh, sounds like really big gust of wind there. See you, Tommy Gun, if you're popping out here. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you have a good day yourself. I say he should pop up somewhere here. Yep. Awesome. 2,700 damage. That's pretty damn good for an SU-100Y. Not to get ahead of myself, I think this is the best battle I've ever had in this thing. Not that I have a ton of matches in it, but I think that's the highest amount of damage I've done. Ace Tanker Award. Also got Menz medal. Not too bad. High caliber. Thank you very much for requesting this one. Yeah, top damage. Yeah, it's definitely the best battle I had there. Thank you over on Twitch there. Yeah, great. Got a couple good aces this stream. Yeah. Let's see Cucumber. Have a very nice day. Thank you very much again for requesting this one. Glad my team kind of made it through that, even with the two AT-15As trying to basically badmouth our team the entire time. Because usually when that happens, you know, your team just kind of, everyone starts, you know, yelling at each other, and it just, you know, it just goes south. But, maybe I wasn't the only one that blacklisted them there. Thank you, Dean. I forgot who specifically requested it, since it's been a little while since these requests have been up. So next up I have the Tier 9 Bat Chat, KB5, T92. I should be able to get through all these looking at it now, even if it goes a little bit past 11 here. Thank you very much, guys, though. Yeah, I think we have, what, two? It's like 2 or 3. I think it's just 2 aces today, and like I'm at like 2 first classes as well. Westfield. I'm probably gonna fight up towards the middle here. Hey, Marga. Hope you have some good matchmaking. My next stream, guys, of course, is going to be tomorrow, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's also maybe a small chance I might pop on at some other point this weekend. It'll be a late night stream after like Ryan goes to bed, but I don't know if it might be tanks, might be something like Destiny or a different game as well. Or I might just, you know, keep plugging away on the guides and stuff I need to update. It's only so long I can, like, I like writing and typing articles and stuff like that, but there comes a point where after a while it starts hurting my hands to where, even though I'm still using a keyboard here playing a game, it's just, you know, a different motion, and it doesn't affect me as much. Alright, I have a ton of people over there, so I'm gonna take a little bit of a chance and spot. Here we go. Hopefully they're able to get some shots off here and I don't die. Got shot once, twice, 3 times. He finally got me. Ooh, I thought the Lorraine, I thought he ran out of shots and he didn't. Let my little guy past. We really, really need to push this side to where I'm actually, like, I'm not going to start pinging them and be that person, because they're either going to go or they're not. But I'm going to start pushing over here because these guys will need some sort of help. Okay. Because they've already kind of advanced a little bit too far for us to be able to hold this. Still have 18 seconds. And unfortunately, taking those couple hits, if I had full HP, I would probably dive in here harder. Maybe I'm still gonna do it. Screw it. I'm gonna go for it and hope that I don't die. Oh lord. Very nice. Lost the prototype, but not sure. Their T-28 proto is spotted there, so he can hit me pushing through here, but I'll take a little bit of a gamble, because he's not going to be able to backpedal against the guys on my right. There we go. So let me swap back to standard, and I'm going to push towards the center again. Hello again, Dylan. But I'm gonna try to light up their guys. Ooh, Lord. Not expect him there. And I'm still reloading. Gotta be aware of one already. Oop, and also Lorraine 40T. Oh god, he might actually get me, and I'm goner. God damn it! Why did I stop there? I should have known it. I pushed right inside of where they could shoot me. That just ruined. This would have been an awesome match because I was wanting the spot here to light all of these guys up, but I pushed just within where they could hit me. And since these guys never moved, they're of course all aiming this way, knowing that we're going to push on them. But 1500 damage, 2100 assist, but yeah, I screwed up at the end. I should have stopped back here, and I would have been outside of the aiming circle. I wish my Lorraine was that accurate too. That guy did me in that match, but kudos to that guy. He took advantage of my mistakes. The KV5's next up here. Keyboard covered in Sprite. That might help out a little bit. Part of my thing right now, redoing some of these articles I have, specifically the which tank line is right for you. The whole thing with all the nations and everything is a little over 40,000 words. I'm trying to make it smaller to where part of the problem I have is I'm trying. Like, I could type a lot about, say, like one tank and explain it to the, you know, down to like the finest details. My problem is getting that into as few as words as possible without it being like bullet points. I don't want it to just be bullet points. So I'm working on that. Yes, that's why Lorraine's a really good, you know, really good premium tank. It just has really good firepower, where if you're able to flank and use your mobility and take shots, you know, you're going to get a ton of damage. Sorry, Dylan, I'm not taking any more tank requests. It's the end of the stream. Hello, Lego. Nice to see you. I got the KV5 here, T92, and I might just do one more grind at the end. No, this is a PC. Differences between the two, you know, whether it's consoles or PC, it's not that large of a difference. You have a few, you know, mostly they're same tanks, but balance-wise there might be a little bit different, and maps are a little bit different here or there too. But they have two SPGs where I'm mainly going here because this is kind of the best area for me to fight at, but I might honestly regret coming down here only because penning something like that in the front is going to be hard, but once we start rounding this corner, they've got two tier 9 TDs that are most likely, or not TDs, already, that are going to be wailing on us. I do not play Xbox 360 now. I have a PS4, but personally I don't like consoles too much, like for tanks, just because the controls on PC I like a lot better. Plus, you know, I have 280 tanks at this point on my PC account, so what's the point to, you know, start over from scratch, you know? Come on, guys, we can. Like, this guy's able to pen me pretty well. I'm gonna have to pull back because, like, these guys are set up well. It's just, you know, there's not really any room for me on the outside here to take shots in the KV5, given that two of their tanks have a crap load of penetration versus the armor of the KB5 here. He's actually going to reverse. That's actually a smart move for him. Oh, why are you doing that, IS6? I don't know if I would have done that. Right now our center is actually exposed. We don't have anyone spotting. Why are these... The KV-5 now is... Like, we're in a good spot. Like, I was backpedaling, and they would have had to basically come to us. Unfortunately, this guy, I can't really even touch him with APCR. The cupola is pretty strong on that, but yeah, that's a trait of those new French heavies that unfortunately, if you come across it in a tank with low pen, you're gonna struggle. Yeah, I'm unfortunately gonna die here. But that's a problem with the KV-5. I might have been able to shoot his lower plate, but even that, it's a tough nut to crack. To where, going back to when someone asked about the WZ-111, you know, certain older, you know, preferential tanks, you do have that problem to where if you're face to face with a tank with, honestly, the AMX M451, frontally, it's pretty damn good. You can't really, you know, you can't punch through them even with your premium round. But yeah, that's just a downside. I knew that going south that I was probably going to come across that tank and some heavier tanks, but unfortunately, us as a team, we just didn't play well. We would have been better off if all four of us, which was what I was trying to do, pulling back and ST1 kind of sitting on that corner and letting them come to us. But yep, that kind of went out the window when the IS6 and other KV-5 pushed up too far. Hello Goku, nice to see you. But yeah, that's another tank where, like, I plan on, like, weak spot guides, they're a little bit less useful nowadays because of premium rounds, but also there's other websites that have things pretty easily readily available. But I plan on making some for the French tanks and also the British Badger TD, but might take me a little bit of time to actually get to them. Yeah, right, little dog? Yeah. Got a hairball? But I put myself in a bad spot that match. Anyway, T92, not exactly the best arty mat, but work. I'm gonna try to get an early spot or a shot here. Whoops. We'll see how that goes. We have a couple lights that should be able to get a spot off, but they have a lot of fast tanks over there. Sheridan. I'm gonna take a whack at him. Yeah. No, I've got. Let's see if I can get lucky and hit a. Honestly, this is where SPGs at times I'm definitely not the best player in the world when it comes to SPGs. By a long shot. He's gonna stop for me. Awesome. It is a pretty good big gun, yes, the T92. Watching me, they saw me hit those. Really surprised that these guys were able to sit out there. Like, I know I kind of peeled off from shooting this area, but well, yeah, pretty much if you have the new French heavies at this point, like the tier 8 you could unlock right away if you saved up experience on, you know, the tank before it. Like, why am I having to aim towards this Sheridan? He should be out by now, but I wasn't really set up to hit him. Yeah, I'm not set up to hit anybody right now. Oh well. I'll hit this guy. But, you know, if you see tier 9s and 10s right now in them, people specifically, you know, free XP the hell out of them to be able to, you know, play the new tank with a lot of armor and people don't know where to shoot them. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. I used to do it all the time. But, yeah. Hell, even I'm not like 100% comfortable landing most of my shots on them, just because, well, pretty much their trait is ton of frontal armor, no armor anywhere else. Going from tier 8 to 9 to 10, you know, you have different strengths of the cupolas and lower plates and stuff to where, you know, you can definitely... Right, he moved too far up. Honestly, I haven't played Artie. Like, I've played it one match the past few streams where I forget a lot of these little different spots. Need to not fall off into the abyss too. Yes, the British SPGs are pretty nice for those arcs. So a little bit further over here. But that's part of my issue, is I forget all the little spots when I'm in a map here, or in a match here. It's like whenever I make like a map strategy and stuff, I always spend a bit of time for SPGs to figure out where the best little areas are to maximize your shots. They just rammed each other. I'm gonna hope I can maybe get one or two. I stunned him. I probably didn't do damage to either of them. But at least we're gonna win here. I'm gonna have one more battle here at the end, which I'll do a raffle after this one. But I'm just gonna be doing a grind match. Honestly, I can't even aim in an SPG right now. But thank you very much for watching, guys, because we had some good matches here, and I'm not gonna have a shot on him. I might get an M53 if he stayed. Nope, he ran close. Oh well. Oh, at least we won this. But I've never said that I'm exactly the someone that's great for the SVG gameplay part of the game. Sorry, Blitza. My last battle here is going to be one grind match. Yeah, I would do the Super Conqueror, and I also had a T57 heavy request a little bit ago. It's just, you know, I would like to get at least one match. It's going to be the T34 100. And that, just, you know, it's hard for me to grind tanks sometimes because I do like 95% of my matches for tank requests. But my next stream's coming up tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Feel free to pop in then. Usually tank requests easiest if you come for the first hour, or else sometimes it can take me a little bit of time to get to them. I ended up getting a little bit more damage than I thought, but again, at least we won. That's all I can hope for sometimes. My last battle though is going to be in the T34 100 here. Let me start the raffle though before I get to this. I have a 1300 Levi biscuits for the winner. All you have to do is type !raffle to enter. You press T, GG, without aiming on anybody. This is going to be my third battle, I believe, in this tank. So far I've had 2 decent ones. Yeah, I always hear a lot of people, I said it last stream, don't really like this tank, but yeah, it's a hard-hitting tier 7 medium, not a lot of armor. Mobility is good in a straight line, but not exactly turning. You bleed a lot of mobility. It's gonna be a little bit tough this match. Honestly, I'm gonna start back here and kind of keep my distance. But yeah, I'm not really seeing any spots to where I can like push to, because the gun depression, looking here, there is none. There's no real spots I can really push to say like in a T20, which is probably the closest tank to this for tier 7 mediums. It's not like I can push to like a hill and start shooting over it with somewhat safety, so. I just gotta hope that my team spots and I can get a couple cheapy shots off here. And then figure out where I want to push after that. Hello, World of Tanks. Nice to see you. So far, our lights are kind of spotting, so I guess I'll push up. I was afraid that someone was going to be in G1 and I was going to get lit up here and, you know, promptly killed. But it looks like we, at least for now, are kind of safe. Don't know if I'm going to be able to pin him, let alone hit him, but the accuracy is pretty bad on this. Oh, yep, there's the poodle. I hate this tank. See, like, I only have a couple battles in this, but I think it's mainly the tier 8 coming after this I worry about. Oh, Lord. If I get hit by him, this is 100% on me, but I don't think he's gonna aim at me over a T-34. Why is he pushing? I'll go help. I'll try to help this guy a little bit more here. He's out on his own, but until this VK gets up here, that Scorpion kind of screwing up. We're at a decent matchup here. Oh, until my shot dives into the ground. Yeah, he missed his shot too, but the VK's up here now. I'm not even gonna bother shooting that. I know I can't. I know I can't pen him. Get HE him. Better than nothing. See ya, Putza. Have a very nice day. Thanks for watching. Sorry I couldn't take your tank request here since it's the end of the stream here. Crap. Stop moving. I don't want to hit your gun. Our other side got steamrolled. Where, unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna win this. They literally got steamrolled there. Thought I could hit that poodle, but nope. Well, for some, like, I don't get too bothered by bad tanks, honestly. I wish I had a little bit more alpha there, but their Scorpion G is damn lucky that he's not dead, because he should have died. Still don't know how that other flank failed as fast as it did, but who am I to judge? I haven't really done much this battle, and I'm probably gonna start getting shot here. I'm gonna make sure I actually get that hit. Still not, we're not 100% out of this, but it's pretty darn close. Here. A lot of people are typing a lot of long messages, so that's never good. Probably blaming everybody. We just got outplayed. Like, nothing other than that. Like, the enemy team won their flank first. We weren't able to push through because their VK went to the right spot, but we're not 100% out of this. We probably have like a 5% chance of winning, but better than nothing. Oh, I did not want to get hit there. I think this Cromwell B, he's gonna come up for me. That's what I would do. He did the right thing. He stopped there. Stayed there a little bit too long now. But yeah, we're definitely definitely oops. Gonna die here. Wish I had heat there. That would have made it one tank closer, but I don't think we're gonna be able to get through all those tanks, so comes the Challenger. And the IKV ended up finishing me off, but anyway, thank you very much, you know, for watching the stream today. It was a pretty fun one. I'll see you guys hopefully next stream, which will be tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But congrats for winning the raffle, Dylan. Got a Confederate award here. Top damage. You know, this thing can pump out damage if you're not shooting at VK 101Ps. Those are definitely tough for any tank. Even tier 8's the damage sometimes. But yeah, anyway, thank you very much again for watching, guys. Hopefully I'll see some of you guys tomorrow. Otherwise, have a very nice weekend, and see you guys around. Enjoy fighting all the badgers in the tanks currently in the game. Have a nice